The other day I was hitting some sick sniper shots and I forgot to record them, but luckily my good buddies over at sizzle.gg had me covered because they were watching my stream. They clipped it all for me. So if you guys are streamers or want to be streamers, this is an amazing tool that you can use. And you can also use filters for it so that you can search per clip if you want to go by wins or kills or headshots. It makes life so much easier, and it's not just Apex that they got many other games on there: FIFA, Apex, Warzone, League of Legends, you name it. And it's not a software you have to download. You just literally go download your clips. So make sure to go check it out. It's an amazing tool. Down in the description below. So holy crap, do we got some news to talk about today, and thanks to Zuma for tagging me in some amazing stories to talk about, and also some really sad news for you Apex Legends mobile fans. Make sure to click like, subscribe, and comment down below for a chance to win the Valkyrie loom. I literally don't even know where to start, so I'll just like speed run through this and go through it as fast as I can. Firstly, Apex Legends news said, look, Apex leaks are becoming so common now that the leakers are just casually streaming unreleased updates on content and Twitch. This stream was up for 2 hours and was not taken down. So this guy was literally just live streaming the new 13.1 patch notes update and literally just like streaming it, no problem at all, and it wasn't taken down. You want to know what's bad? I just looked this morning and it's still up. It's got almost 20,000 views on Twitch and this thing is still not being taken down. I don't understand like just why they're doing this and why they're not, you know, enforcing it at all. And many people talked about it in the past. You know, we've discovered that some people are thinking maybe Respawn's doing this on purpose. Maybe they're allowing this stuff because, you know, it builds hype for the game. Thornton Smash had a different take on it, and honestly I thought this was a good one if you're wanting to get rid of this guy, Autism Gaming, because it is kind of weird when these leaks come out and then you just have a big watermark that says autism on it. So Thornton Smash decided to say this. He said at a certain point Respawn should just dump every single thing that they're working on for Apex Legends. Let the community speculate on what's coming or what's not coming and just build hype. Otherwise you're going to keep having these giant watermarks that say autism as the face of upcoming content. Also, just a little side note, I thought this was funny. Noko was saying, I've learned that the wingman and car is the only loadout, and Thornton Smash saying, so who's going to tell him? If you guys don't know, those two weapons are set to go to the crafter. Also, the 13.1 patch notes did come out today along with the actual trailer for the collection event, and there's a lot of stuff in here. A couple things that people are just now realizing, obviously, is just like I said, that the car SMG and that wingman are going to the crafter. The R301 is coming back. I'm also wondering if this is the reason they're not actually taking that live stream down, is because, you know, the patch notes are finally out now. The collection event trailer is out, so maybe they're not too worried about it. Regardless, I still think it's crazy that people are just casually streaming it. I think one of the coolest things though is this Lifelines Clinic POI. It's going to be really sick, but there's a lot of stuff in here. We'll go into more specifics in tomorrow's video. One of the things I wanted to note here though is that the rank update is pretty good. I think it's pretty good that, you know, they have a lower entry cost, and also the split reset is only 4 divisions lost instead of 6 divisions. I honestly think you should just get rid of splits entirely because the rank system is totally different now, but that's just my opinion. Luckily, my good friend Zuma was tagging me in more than just that. Jake Lucky, the guy who started it all with the esports talk, and then, you know, he left esports talk and now he's with Full Squad Gaming, had a really big tweet that kind of caught some traction. Of course it was, because it's Jake Lucky, and it was calling out Respawn developers and the communication that they or the lack thereof with communication that they're having with this ALGS event that's coming up. So he tweeted out a bunch of pros saying, look, you know, I'm excited for this $2 million land. This was coming from Nocturnal. Our team results in recent scrims and tournaments have been so freaking good. For everyone that can't read through this post, it's obviously embarrassing and complete sarcasm because they haven't been able to practice at all because scrims have still been messed up. The custom lobbies have still been messed up. And ImperialHal also said, you know, less than a month till the biggest Apex tournament ever, and there's still no practice because customs are not fixed. It goes on. Nocturnal talking even more about it, and then also Nas was talking even more about it, except Nas was saying, look, he's having trouble because of his visa, and, you know, had they not announced it, you know, a month before the event, he could have probably had it ready. So people have been roasting ALGS for announcing it so late, and we kept saying, look, you know, we know it's in July, so you need to go ahead and announce something very soon because people are coming from, you know, overseas and stuff. They got to get stuff in order. Well, they took forever to do so, and we told them there were going to be issues, and then look exactly what you have, issues with people coming over. So this would be really sad if people aren't able to come over because of visas and stuff. Also, you're having the issues with the custom lobbies, and Jake Lucky said this, and I think this is an amazing point, and it needs to have, we need to have big people like this actually call them out. And he says several Apex Legends pros have been speaking out about the issues leading up to the $2 million ALGS championship in July in Raleigh, but there's no way to practice, and several teams have been impacted by visa issues update to late announcement, and there is a severe lack of communication. We still have not really got a formal response from Respawn exactly what's up with customs. So it's super frustrating that we don't have that communication. We also heard, you know, from the guy who's running some EA competitive stuff for Apex, who basically said, look, you know, we can't just come out and say anything just because we know something. We have to be given like this green light and approval to go out and say stuff. What's also weird about the whole custom lobby glitch is not only the fact that it's not working over on PC and whatever, but also there's a big issue right now because Apex Legends Mobile, apparently they're removing it. So they've already had customs. They've already, you know, they basically launched the game with custom lobbies. And IMOW from YouTube basically said this. He's an Apex Legends Mobile YouTuber. He said Apex Legends Mobile new update removed all custom room access, meaning no more scrims or events. What in the world? Why would they do that? Now, I'm not sure if they're removing it while they fix a bug, if they plan on bringing it back, or maybe things just didn't go as planned, so they decided to scrap it. But why would you remove it from the game if you could still at least host private matches or something with your friends? I've just said this time and time again. It seems like, you know, we're kind of going backwards. You know, mini games back then in the day had private matches right off the rip. Some even had theater mode back in the day, and we don't have like any of those good features anymore. You know, logically, you would think as time progressed, all the features that you've been seeing in other games are going to become the more normal things to have in the newer games. And then as the newer games come out, it seems like that's not happening. One thing that does have many people kind of talking about right now is these mobile skins. As you can tell, these things look sick. The Lifeline skin looks absolutely amazing. The Mirage skin, the Fade skin, I don't know, it kind of looks basic to me, but the Raid skin also looks really, really good. But Fade in general, people really love. And I think people are really upset that this is only for mobile. We're not getting any of this in the main game, obviously. You know, as FaZe for Days was saying, only if Apex had this type of content. We also have no known fix that's coming for the Apex Legends rank system. It's still ongoing with Masters and Preds killing Platinums and Golds in their lobby. Keelan tagged me in this on Twitter last night. He died to a Masters player, and he's literally Gold 3 in ranked, man. I mean, come on. So with ALGS around the corner, people are starting to get their sweat game on and actually play ranked more and more. You know how it goes. People get hyped when they see a big event. They want to be on the main stage one day, so they start grinding it out. We talked about ImperialHal and his issues with the lack of communication with the custom lobbies, but looks like there's another issue, and it may be pretty big, and it actually may be ending up to the fact that, you know, someone on TSM might not even get to be able to play at some point, or at least one of the pros. So in traditional ways, what they've been doing in the past couple of years for COVID is basically if someone contracts COVID, they're able to still play in the tournament in a separate area. So they're able to play in like a COVID area where they can still compete in the tournament. But now what happened in Sweden last, you know, month or so is that they basically weren't able to do that. And basically if you got COVID, you were done. You're not able to play. Same thing with this event. There's no COVID area. So if one of the players gets COVID, they're done for. They got to sit it out. They're not allowed to play. And, you know, some of these teams probably don't even have substitute players on their roster. They need to start picking up some now. Some people might not even be ready for the substitute. And Hal made a very good point, you know, that who's going to go out and talk with the fans here, because nobody wants to risk getting COVID and not be able to play the tournament. Therefore, there's no reason to go talk to people. So take a look at this clip.
All right, well, now I can share the news with the public. Crunk, thanks for 7 months. So apparently there's no COVID. There's like no COVID. What's the word? There's no separate COVID area for players anymore again. So like if any of the players get COVID, they are not allowed to play again, just like Sweden. How are you gonna have like a public? How are you gonna have a public LAN and not set up like precautions for people that get COVID that compete? That just lets them make like literally nobody's gonna interact with the fans. Who's gonna go out of the way to interact with the fans when they can get COVID?
So it's just an unfortunate situation, honestly, all around. And I think many of you probably would agree that you would prefer this to be run a little bit differently. I think there's issues, you know, with the custom lobbies, probably an announcement, maybe a postponal because nobody's been able to practice. Also, many of you probably would have announced this thing way earlier and probably would have set up some COVID room, or at least asked the pros, you know, the perfect idea. Instead of just making everything yourself and trying to figure it out yourself, get pros together and say, hey, what's the best way we can run this tournament so it's, you know, the most efficient, the most friendly, something you guys enjoy the most. So make sure to let me know what you guys think of the video down in the comment section below. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel for some more Apex Legends videos like this, and also you'll be entered in for a chance to win the Valk heirloom. Make sure to check out sizzle.gg, an amazing tool for streamers. And until the next time, I'll see you later, Gators, and take care of yourselves. Peace.